before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I gang, and I gang on my own. Get my way up, get on go, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I gang on my own. Get my way up, get on go, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. Top dog like I manage. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the piano chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow. She can hang it up just like a telephone. Stick me up with the cost TK to let it come see it. Hands out me, I make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be cold like the temperature 0. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavenly, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I gang, and I gang on my own. Get my way up, get on go, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I gang on my own. Get my way up, get on go, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold.
Pretty and paid. Pretty and paid, ayy. Y'all heard I'm coming. I don't want to clarify. Keep up. Ayy. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These know ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad. Stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like I see no biggie. Ain't biting my tongue. I can't be no goofy, no victim to none of my enemies. Like honestly, be sending me talk from a sip that we when I get to me. My check don't discriminate. Still take deposits if you talking Vietnamese. I just be having my way. Only come out with a pay till I say. Heard you wanna be. Don't got a whip and rag on no petty. Flips, I talk with that on your hip. If you ain't gon' rip it or pop it, empty the like show me a benefit. Let me dumb it down, Benjamin. We not equivalent. Really bad, looking so innocent. Bossy predicament. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These know ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad. Stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like I see no biggie. Call me Hillary, stay at the bank. Making moves like I'm hot in the shank. I'm low key, but I pop out in blank. This bun on my knife, I'm trying to look. They do not cover me. Fake, I can't keep no company. Only the real respect my honest. So watch how you coming if you're under me. I'm with it in racks involved. I they text and calls. You run me that. Making no sense at all. They bounce like a basketball. Your boo never coming back. This go stupid, go dumb. Told that boy you gotta pay for some. I sit on no throne, you ain't taking none. You bragging on pants, I make for fun. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These know ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad. Stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like I see no biggie.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the New England Patriots. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Hunter Henry brings it in. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Well, Charles, look, and this is probably a harbinger of things to come. He's got such trust in his tight end, and they're on back-to-back plays. We're seeing that on display.
And when they have that kind of trust, they're not as worried about what the coverage is because they feel like they know each other so well. They'll make the subtle move downfield, and the ball will end up in the right spot. And by the way, partner, what's harbinger mean? Help me out.
Well, you're the one that taught me that a few years ago, so I'll have to lean on you for that. I'm just hoping it fit into the sentence correctly.
I must have got it from my word of the day calendar on my desk.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run for the first time with Pierre Strong. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now back to throw. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Strong. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Pierre Strong. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming, They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pats at the line, ready to go. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. That's taken it around the 40. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A handoff as they run the counter play. 85 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From the 44, Jackson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he missed it. It's no good. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt...
Let's go.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Hey, check that. Street. Ready?
Second down here, Strong once more. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Come next team. Come next.
They'll look to throw. This one swung outside to Strong. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk. 17 yards there on 4th down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. The pass to Henry is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Bobby Okereke making that tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly. I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Marcus Jones in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. On 1st and 10, it's Strong. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Tackle made by Adrian Phillips.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead seeding. What do you expect from them in the 2nd half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They find some open field here. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
2nd and 11. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the 3rd quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. 2nd down, here's Strong once more. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Henry's got it out on the left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Give up the middle to Strong. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Michael Pierce in all of his 340-pound glory gets the sack.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Trap 50, trap 50. Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
They'll drop to throw. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. But to no avail as time will expire on this. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get it behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 79 Broncos. Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's caught by Aguilar. On the move past the 40, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Ravens, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll fall to 1-2.